Hello Sagittarius, just about to do your reading. For some unknown reason my tripod walks around on its own when I'm out of the room and never sits right when I come back. It's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, here to do your weekly reading for around about the 20th to the 26th of August. Although it may occur before, it may go longer than that, so please keep that in mind. Remember, not everything will resonate with you, so you can have a look at other people who are doing, or other readers who are doing Sagittarius readings, or alternatively you can go and have a look at your moon sign, rising or ascendant, and your Venus, because sometimes they resonate more. Sometimes you can take something from all of them, but you'll know if it resonates. If you need a personal reading or would like to have a personal reading with me, please see the box below for my personal details. The cards I'm using today are the Tiro Marchetti deck. I'm going to give them a bit of a shuffle before we move in, and then we can see what's cracking for you today. My hands aren't big enough. Well, they're big enough, but I think they're more cold today. Okay, Sagittarius, let's get cracking. Okay, first card, Queen of Swords. Beautiful. So either you are about to apologize to someone or you're about to speak your truth, because here are you standing in your glory. Now, the Queen of Swords knows what she wants. She can be quite defiant. She can be quite assertive, but she's a woman who really knows what she wants. As a Sagittarius, this may be your energy for today, or this could be someone you're dealing with. If you're dealing with this person, you can't take them wrongly. They'll be very direct with you, and I think that's really good for you to understand that, you know, sometimes people are very direct in the way they say things, and not to be, you know, put off or offended by that, because it's the truth that's coming to you. So someone's bringing you a truth today, or you're taking a truth to someone else. Sometimes this can be in a form of an apology, but I think this is more of the energy. The other thing that sometimes the Queen of Swords can do is she can cut out what doesn't serve her. So maybe you're determined today to take someone out of your life that doesn't deserve to be there. Male or female, this is the energy you're bringing in. I feel like this Five of Wands has come out next, and I'm thinking you've just come out of something. You've just had maybe a bit of an argument with someone, a bit of a crisis with someone where you need to now go back in and speak your truth, or they're coming to you to speak their truth. This can be, you know, in a relationship. It can certainly be in a work situation, or even in a family where, you know, you've had these words with someone and now somebody's either coming to straighten out or apologize to you. If this is something that's going on with you at the moment, it might be that you're thinking a little bit and you're a bit conflicted on how you need to move forward with something, but the universe is saying move forward and be the Queen of Swords. Cut out what you need to cut out, or speak your truth. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune's come up next, so I feel like this will change events for you. So it's almost like this is a bit of a it's a little bit of something that's going to can't get the word today. It's a little bit of something that is going to change how you do things or how you say things, because the Wheel of Fortune always talks about, you know, you being given the opportunity to move into a new direction, another direction. It's like the wheels turning in your favor. Now, sometimes when it's upside down, people see that as negative. I don't. I feel like it's still coming in for you, but in order for it to come in for you, you need to go through this process here. So it's like you're given the opportunity to move on. You're being given the opportunity to have something new and different, but for some unknown reason you need to clear this up. So it's like you can't go forward until you've made the apology, or you can't go forward until you've spoken this truth to someone, and then the universe will move you forward on your path. It's sort of like it's a bit of a situation that maybe, you know, has been a long time coming. It almost feels like you have known you've got to do this. You know you have to speak up. You know you have to move forward. It's something you want, but you don't want to do it. Well, Sagittarius, you have to do it, because in order to move forward, you've got to clear this up. And if it is a matter of apologising to someone and maybe clearing your own head and being able to move forward, it's on your path to do that. In order to move forward, you have to face this situation. It doesn't look dire to me. It doesn't look like a really bad situation, but I think you're finding it very difficult to understand you need to move forward. Okay, now the Page of Pentacles at the end here, if this is a work reading, it could be that you've had some issues and problems at work and maybe some conflict around other people you've worked with. It could mean that you need to speak up and say something about that, like, reinforce your value, or speak to a manager or a boss, and maybe that is a woman, about being able to get, move forward in the organisation, or maybe just work without conflict. The Wheel of Fortune is waiting for you to do that to move forward. So the Page of Pentacles comes up here at the end, which looks like sort of a bit of a reward for doing that. So I feel like you're moving towards this bit of a reward. And this is here for you, but unfortunately you have to go through this to get to that. So if it is that you've been overlooked in a promotion, or that you've been badly treated at something, in order to bring yourself around and get what you deserve, you have to speak up. Oh, yes, definitely. Oh, okay. And here we have the Justice in reverse and the Moon. Okay. There's something that's not being said here. There's something that's not being said. And you need to have this balance before you can move forward. You need to have this... it's like it smooths the way for you to move forward, but it's definitely about something that you don't know about at this stage. It could be that you have a secret that you need to raise. Now, if this was looking like a love relationship, I would say to you that it's possible you need to move forward on somebody you know already, to apologise to them and to reveal what it is and the reason that you have been in this position, because I feel like you have something that you need to say. But it could be the other way around, because I have a King of Cups here, and often the King of Cups comes up. He's often a water sign, so he's a man who could possibly be a Scorpio, Cancer or Aries, but he's also a man who's, he's a little cold because he's learned to really manage his emotions. And I think that somehow or another here, the person that you are approaching is this person. Now, whether they be male or female, I think you're worried about approaching them because you're worried about the reaction you might get. I think you see them as being a lot stronger than you, or a lot more dominant than you. I think you're taking on the Queen of Swords energy here and moving on this. I feel like you may be going forward to disclose something, either about yourself or something that you've done. Now, again, please keep in mind it could be the other person doing this. And the Moon doesn't mean you've done anything bad. It just might mean that, you're moving forward to tell someone you love them because you've been holding back for a really long time. And in order to move forward on this, you have to tell this person you love them in order to get the reward for that. This Justice card talks about, having balance back and, being able to get what you deserve. And it's coming currently in the reverse, which means that, in order to get this justice, you have to move forward on this. So whether or not it's a secret you've got to expose, or whether this person needs to expose this to you after you said your piece, either way, it's got to be done before the Wheel of Fortune can bring in a brand new start for you. Beautiful. So then we come in with the Ace of Wands. So it says to me that you will go forward with this. You will find they will find the words to say. The Seven of Wands here says, don't be defensive. Please learn to listen when people are talking to you about something, because I feel like here, because of your fiery nature, the warning is if you want to have a new start in this relationship, you've got to be prepared to listen to the other person and not put your barriers and your defenses up. Sometimes as Sagittarius people, we tend to be a little defensive. It's not nice to hear things about ourselves, and we have quite a strong sense of pride. I'm not a Sagittarius, but I have a lot of Sagittarius in my chart, and I feel like this is saying to you, you need to put your defenses down. You need to listen. You need to listen with an open heart, and if it's you delivering the messages, don't be defensive if the person comes back at you, because if you're telling them something truthful, it's very possible that they could get upset about it and respond in a maybe a little bit of a negative way. But if you're patient, the universe is saying here that there is a new start for you here. It is here. It's just waiting for you to speak this truth, and then you can move forward. So it's not a bad thing. You just have to go through a process. Okay, so looking at this now, you have the Hanged Man at the front, which I see as the outcome to this. So what I would say with the Hanged Man out front is, from this situation, no matter what, whether it's work or love, and speaking this truth and exposing something that perhaps you didn't want to expose, it's definitely putting you up in a place where you have to now wait for this to be processed. The other person is going to need time to process this. So you're going to have to go into a bit of a waiting room. The other thing that can happen is the other person can have a completely different view to you, and the universe is saying to you, you may have to take time out to see things from their perspective. So please be patient, Sagittarius. Whatever's happening here, whether that's coming from you to the other person or them to you, there's a little bit of exposing true selves here and a bit of honesty, which is a great thing, because I feel like they're moving you into a relationship with this person. If it's a work situation, we're definitely moving into a new start and a possible promotion or step up at work. But for the moment, you have to sit and wait your time. Thanks, Sagittarius.